Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
Hello and welcome once again to Quick Shot Reviews for Cheap Shot Entertainment. As ever, I am your host, Luke, and you are the Cheap Shot Nation, and we are here to review another film for you. And it's not going to stop there because we're in horror season, of course, and with that brings out a few horror movies, but ultimately not loads. And sometimes they just fall flat on their face. Introducing Smile. As a horror fan, I really didn't like this film. It does have some decent moments. It has a really strong lead, but ultimately, for me, it was quite boring and didn't really deliver on the premise that it was very capable of. That being said, Parker Finn, I believe, could be something of a revolution in the horror franchise. However, in the horror world, but this is definitely not it. And I'm still baffled as to the reviews that I'm reading about this film saying it's great. But we'll get into details in the main part of the video. As ever, if you want to go and watch this film, go and watch it. It's just me being me and rambling about a film. You may go and think it's the best film in the world ever. Then all good to you. And, go and enjoy it. Send them your money and all that kind of stuff, because they are the ones that drive the film industry forward. And it's the only way that we're going to get something decent eventually. Right, without further ado, let's go into the main part of the video, and I'll see you there. So, yes, Smile, released in 2022. It's damn near 2 hours long. Again, way too long. Victim of its own self-awareness. But let's go through it. So, this is an official plot line. After witnessing a bizarre traumatic incident involving a patient, Dr. Rose Cotter starts experiencing frightening occurrences that she can't explain. Rose must confront her troubling past in order to survive and escape to her horrifying new reality. If I was going to describe this film, it's basically it follows with a different premise. Instead of insinuating a sexually transmitted disease, it's transmitted through a smile. Something that we all do. Great premise. Love the premise. Didn't ultimately, for me, deliver the goods. I was so bored all the way through it. Every single set piece I predicted, because there was a lot of foreshadowing. Some things didn't need doing at all. And the film just dragged. The opening scene, really good. Had a really, really strong opening. And then it just died. It died for me completely. It's like, oh look, there's something happening. I wonder what's going to happen there. Victim of second-hand horror tropes that for this film didn't work. Jump scares, for example. We're looking at a psychological horror with a demon involved. Something that you don't get to experience throughout the film. Obviously, she does work it out quite. I'm giving you lots of spoilers here, but whatever. Yeah, she does work it out. I mean, you'll work it out straight away because the trailer's basically giving everything away here, all the good stuff anyway. And yeah, it was 2 hours of boredom for me. It really, really was. If it wasn't for the fact that I had a cinema card and the fact that I was going to review the film, I would have actually walked out of this one, and that would have been the first one I have ever walked out of. And that's the first film that I would have walked out of since, what was that film called? I can't remember, but I think it was based on a Ouija board. It was a horror film. That was rubbish. Wasn't Ouija, by the way. It was a long time ago. But Smile could have been so much better. Really could. It's got an 18 certificate, so you get to see quite a bit of blood. So be aware of that one. However, it is definitely not of the slasher genre, and it's not supposed to be, which is, again, good. It knows what it wants to be, but it does try to jump scare. And I don't think that needs to be there. I think that is the bit that really let this down, and the whole of the foreshadowing, and there was nothing that surprised or shocked me in this film at all. And I can't say how lazy a lot of this film is. A lot of it is good in theory, but it's so lazy. It's like, yeah, we'll just put in this here and we'll put in that there, and that was good in that film, so we'll use that. And yeah, it was, for me, bad. Possibly the worst film I have seen this year. And for a big release, for as much as it got its trailers and everything right, this falls flat for me. That being said, there's plenty of people that are liking it, so, you know, as I always say, if you want to go and watch it, go watch it. Let us know what you thought of the film, because it is one of those that seems to be on the fence for a lot of people. So just going to go through the cast. So Sosie Bacon plays Rose Cotter. Again, really good lead. Jesse T. Usher plays Trevor. Kyle Gallner plays Joel, who is the ex-boyfriend, who is a cop. Again, a horror trope. Caitlin Stacey plays Laura Weaver. That is the sister. And yeah, there's not loads here. There really is not loads of people, loads of characters, or anything like that. So they are your main ones, really. And yeah, like I say, it was released in 2022 and directed by someone who I believe may just be on the cusp of on the cusp of being really, really good. But on this occasion, for me, definitely not. Anyway, yeah, join us on social media: Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and of course, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. Or if you are listening to this as a podcast, thank you very much for supporting that new platform that we're trying. for the movies. And yeah, we'll see you next time. There's going to be a review next week that's pre-recorded, and hopefully you'll enjoy that one, because I really did enjoy that movie as much as I probably shouldn't have. I'm not going to reveal what it is, but for me it was great. And then obviously we're going into the final part of Halloween, the 2018 trilogy, with Halloween Ends coming up at the end of October, of course. And I think there's another one in between as well, which will be really good. Makes a really good horror season. So yeah, we'll see you all there. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.
Hiya.